When you imagine a billionaire, right? What do you imagine, or how billionaires should look like, how they should act like what would be your take? Let me know in the comment what's your image of a billionaire. But in my book, like, Elon Musk is obviously the guy, right? I don't know if you've seen the cyber rodeo event that transpired in Austin, Texas, in the new Tesla headquarter. A big opening party to celebrate, the obviously the big achievements of Tesla, as well as tease some of the coming products and a little bit get an update of what's kind of happening. So cyber rodeo. Elon Musk, riding on the stage, cowboy hat, aviator sunglasses, graphic tee. It was it was just extraordinary. And he spoke about the new Austin factory's capacity, production plans, and also teased some new Tesla products that are still in development, right? So basically, the big plan is to produce 500,000 of Model Ys per year in Austin, and the factory is ramping up, and they still have lots of positions open. They really need to hire an insane amount of people, and also train them, do through all of this. Obviously now they have the roadmap, how this ramping up should go, but there is still quite a lot of work that needs to be done, right? So I don't expect that it's going to be something instant. It's very likely to kind of go through the rest of the year until the factory can be actually ramped to the full capacity. And when everything is ramped up, then Musk expects to begin selling the Cybertruck there next year. Uh, but again, kind of ramping up Cybertruck, it's just completely different vehicle, right? I mean, that's completely out of this world. Um, the whole exoskeleton thing. It's going to be definitely a different kind of a challenge, right? So even though like with Elon Musk, it's always the next thing is coming, just kind of add 50% extra to like his own time estimate. So in a sense, I wouldn't expect Cybertruck to be kind of ready in some kind of normal level of production until at least the half of 2023. um so that's a little bit of the caveat of everything, right? And obviously, with all the shortages and the supply chain disruption or all over, uh, it's going to be another challenging year for Tesla. However, it's even more challenging for everyone else, and here comes like the big, in a sense, bull case for Tesla, because since Tesla is taking care of as much as possible in house, like extremely well vertically integrated, um, any event that is hurting automakers is hurting Tesla significantly less than others. Meaning, this is in a sense headwind in a short term, and by short term, could be year, could be two, but it's a huge tailwind going forward 3 5 years out, because it just means that all the legacy automakers and ICE vehicles are dying at much faster rate than the electric vehicles, right? So uh, it will just mean that the market share expansion of Tesla is just going to accelerate faster than it would if we haven't seen any of these disruptions. So you always have to find the silver lining of all the clouds. And then for another stuff that basically transpired over that cyber rodeo event, Elon Musk again mentioned the Tesla bot, obviously, right, which is supposed to be basically like a general multi-purpose machine capable of doing basically anything that the human is able to do, with kind of hands, kind of the simple motorics, and they can replace humans in lots of kind of boring repetitive tasks, something that requires kind of the raw, in a sense, muscle power, um, which in the long term, in Elon's vision, that might bring a really a time of a great abundance. Obviously, technology is the more technology we have, the more products. It just makes everything more accessible for everyone, right? So like the way we are living today, even like a super normal, or like at whatever stage level of society you are doing much better than people were 100 years ago or 200 years ago, and that's all thanks to technology. Technology just if you improve, you make everything cheaper, more accessible for everyone. So in the long term, this is definitely something that can just like make the scale of Tesla like totally like insane levels, right? But of course, there is a lot of engineering, lots of development that still needs to be done. And again, as with everything with Elon, he's very optimistic about the time frames. So he's basically saying that there should be some kind of pre-production prototype next year, but might be super crude in my opinion. It might come later than expected, but it is going to come and it's going to be awesome. At least that's what Elon is basically proving again and again, that he can deliver. Just the timeline is always super arbitrary. So I'm looking forward to the Tesla bot. I'm looking forward to, obviously, also other stuff. The semi is also probably coming at certain point. But again, like, it's about timeline, and it also meant that with all this disruption, Tesla was just focusing on massive scaling, producing insane amount of vehicles, because the demand is just through the roof. As I talked in the previous segment with the Polestar, we just need as many of these vehicles as possible, because basically all the other automakers, their sales are through the floor, and Tesla needs to basically replace all of this, right? Then they just can't keep up. So there are going to be hiccups. There is going to be probably the stock price might drop in a sense, maybe even in a significant manner in the short term, right? As we are seeing lots of these disruptions, what's going to happen if some plans get pushed again kind of further. Market always reacts to kind of the immediate news, but in the long run, 5 years and more out, the Tesla thesis is just getting better. Okay, folks, that's all for today. If you've managed to listen to my rambling all the way up until this point, you are freaking awesome. I love you. Give me a comment down below, subscribe, like, the usual stuff. Connect with me on Twitter, just Google my name or something. I would like to hear your opinion about any of the stuff I have mentioned. And keep being awesome. Take care.